Know that the decision to hire a law firm should never be based on advertisements alone. It is our past results and many positive 5-star reviews that we encourage you to read at smithball.com to learn more about our law firm. We have board-certified lawyers. We have lawyers listed in the best lawyers in America and in super lawyers. But most importantly, we have experienced lawyers located right here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast that are ready to be your advocate and your voice, and fully prepared to start fighting for your legal rights today. Our purpose, legal power. Our mission, huge results. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smithball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smithball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Attention, South Florida! The PGA Tour champions and the Pro Football Hall of Fame are teaming up for a one-of-a-kind event, the James Hardy Pro Football Hall of Fame Invitational. From March 31st to April 6th, the action takes over the old course at Broken Sound in Boca Raton, featuring Hall of Fame legends like Warren Sapp, Calvin Johnson, Andre Reed, Rondé Barber, Chris Carter, and more. Tickets are on sale now at jameshardyinvitational.com. Don't miss your chance to be a part of the home of legends.
As market dynamics change, the quality of service you receive from your accounting firm shouldn't. Anshin Accountants and Advisors take the time to get to know you and your unique circumstances to help resolve complex issues and develop innovative tax and accounting solutions tailored to meet your goals. If you're a high net worth individual or business owner eager for a strategy to maximize tax savings, let Anshin deliver where others can't. Visit anchin.com. Anshin Accountants and Advisors, recalculating what's possible.
Welcome to Recycle Right Trivia, sponsored by the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County. Question 1. What belongs in the yellow recycling bin?
Newspapers, cereal boxes, magazines?
Correct! Now, blue bin. What goes in there?
Plastic bottles, aluminum cans, glass jars?
You nailed it! Remember, Palm Beach County, recycle right and stay in the game for our planet.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Tom Brady is a liar and a cheater, but you know what? I think he might get his quarterback. Damian, hit the open, baby.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell it.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. You know, they said I wouldn't do it because we're at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. They said I would not do the signature open here to Theoretically Speaking, and I kind of had to go for it. I kind of had to prove them wrong. We're here under the great shading in the tent right off the 11T, thanks to Discover the Palm Beaches and their beautiful shading and activation they have here. C-Cat not on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos, but he's right beside me just like yesterday at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. So we're kicking it again. Vibing outside of the studio, a little road trip.
I'm wearing the same red polo almost every single day this week.
Don't.
I'm like a cartoon character, man. Peter Griffin over here.
Yeah.
I look the same every single day. Consistency.
Can you crack some Peter Griffin level jokes at the very least if we're going to be going Peter Griffin? Well, think about it first.
Yeah, I will.
We know how that has gone in the past, and then, maybe deliver a little something with a little Peter Griffin laugh. It'll be fun.
Yeah.
ESPN 1063 is live at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. That's right, we are, and it's presented by Kaiser University as we just dap up our guy Todd Fleming, the man that runs the show here. And C-Cat, you know this, as we're about to crown a champion here, champions are all over the flagship campus of Kaiser University in West Palm Beach. The Kaiser Seahawks have won 22 national titles and are ready for more. Get the latest on Kaiser Seahawk Athletics, KUSeahawks.com. C-Cat, talking about crown of champions, talking about kicking it big here. I do have to get into all the Tom Brady noise. I have to be the one to continue to set the record straight. Everybody wants to just wash out history and deny what we just saw for the past 2 decades plus from the GOAT, Tom Brady. But I'm here to remind you of a couple of things. Number one, it's a guy that throughout his playing career has lacked integrity, has lacked morals, has bended rules at every turn because he's a maniacal winner, and I don't criticize him for it. I say that to say this. You must be boo-boo the fool if you absolutely think Matt Stafford and Tom Brady ended up on the same damn mountain in Montana over this past week. Like, who the hell is believing that was happenstance and not Brady recruiting Stafford to be a Las Vegas Raider?
Well, clearly Ian Rappaport of NFL Network, who accosted the journalist at a Starbucks at the Indianapolis airport over these claims. We had a source off.
Yeah.
Contending sources, conflicting sources. The story is still in the gray area.
It's not in the gray area. Here's the issue. Everybody with the brain can consider the facts and say, yes, Tom Brady, Michigan man, and what are Michigan men most known for?
They are known for
bending
pride.
The rules.
That's who.
Bending the rules and cheating. How did what was the last championship they had? Connor Stallions. How did Connor Stallions get his make his name, make his hay?
By scouting ahead of time,
helping them cheat.
Yeah.
The last time we saw an NFL owner, because that's what Tom Brady is for the Las Vegas Raiders now. He's not just a former quarterback. He's not a homie. He is by definition, a minority owner of the Raiders. So he can't recruit right now. It would be tampering if he was recruiting. When was the last time we actually saw an NFL owner get penalized for recruiting a quarterback to come to their franchise?
Well, it's not too far from here, is it?
I think it's right around the corner. I think it's the man that's making his name in real estate, but also happens to own not just Hard Rock Stadium, but the Miami Dolphins and pretty much everything here in Palm Beach County. Stephen Ross. And you remember who Stephen Ross was trying to get when he was recruiting a quarterback?
I actually do. It's Tom Brady.
It was Tom Edward Brady. And you know what both of those two guys have in common?
What's that?
They're Michigan men. They're cheaters by definition. And I'm not knocking them being people that circumvent the rules. I mean, my pops used to teach me when we played pity pat back in the day. You know what I'm saying? We don't play it as much now because, the family reunions, they become less and less over the years. But back when we at the family reunions, we play a little pity pat. And one of my uncles might do a little something that bends the rules to try and get by. And they say, if you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. And that's how they excused it. I don't think that's right. I had my feelings hurt, but what was I going to do about it? They were the ones winning. What are we going to do about Brady? He's the one winning. What is he going to do about the Raiders? They're doing a whole lot of losing, and he thinks Matt Stafford is going to be the solution to what they have going on. All I'm saying is this. Matthew Stafford has a couple of options on the table, right? He can go and seek refuge with the New York Giants and try to be the savior of that franchise where you have not one but two desperate people depending on quarterback play to save their job in general manager Joe Schoen and in head coach Brian Daboll. That sounds like a little bit of a risky flight, though, right? Like, why would you want to sign up for that at 37 years old?
Not many people walk into New York and win these days.
No. In fact, it's usually the opposite. The last, 5 or 6 superstars on the back end of their careers that we saw go to New York in most, I won't say baseball, but in basketball and in football, we've seen it fail. Kevin Durant to the Brooklyn Nets, James Harden as well. How about in the NFL when we watched Aaron Rodgers go to the Jets right now, and he still hasn't found a new home after the last couple of seasons of disaster.
Careers might go to die.
It doesn't work. Even Brett Favre, when he went to New York, to the Jets, he did better out on the Vikings uniform than he did with the New York Jets. It's career suicide to go that route, and I don't think Stafford would sign up for that when he could stay back with Los Angeles, and the Rams would be better because, again, they were just a couple plays away from making it to the NFC Championship game. They'd be better for keeping that veteran quarterback in-house with Sean McVay.
Well, they were just a couple ways, not just from going to the NFC Championship game, but a couple plays from beating the eventual Super Bowl champions. Yeah. They gave the Eagles the best game they got all postseason.
Man, why couldn't they just get it done? Why didn't the Rams take care of the dirty work? And that way, today we could be talking about my Kansas City Chiefs as the first team to ever three-peat in the NFL. I'm not gonna reopen closed wounds, but what I will do is reiterate these two facts to you today. If I was in Stafford's camp, I think the number one option for him would be to stay in L.A., play at SoFi with Sean McVay, one of the best offensive minds and head coaches in the NFL, and try and finish your career there. I think it's best for both parties if they can find a deal as close to $50 million a year, if not just $50 a year, to keep him there and see how many more bites of the apple they can get with that iteration of that team. The other option, which should be the only other option. If I'm in Stafford's camp, if I'm Kelly Stafford and I'm kicking it on the podcast and I'm trying to direct where my dog is going to go next, it's got to be the Las Vegas Raiders. And to me, that's why it makes sense that not only did Brady extend the invite to Stafford to come out there to Montana and kick it on the slopes, but also that he accepted it and he wouldn't hurt him out. That recruiting pitch was probably really strong. And when you look at what the Raiders have, it's not a lot, but they got Brady in there, which we've seen. He brings winning everywhere he goes, and he's willing to bend the rules, which is good, as long as you don't get caught in the fire. They've also got Pete Carroll as their head coach, and that's a guy that's a little long in the tooth. Like, how old is Carroll now? Is he the oldest active head coach in the league?
Yes, he will be. When he coaches his first game next season, he will be the oldest active head coach.
Like 75, 76, I might be pushing it, but Pete Carroll is not a spring chicken, and I don't say that lightly. I say that with this in mind. What I've seen out of these sports legends who are literally on the back end of their careers, and he's 73 years old. That's a good Google right there. Pat Riley, impatient, wants to win now, especially when you've had a taste of the glory. Pete Carroll, he's on the back and he's impatient. He wants to be in a situation right now where they're going to be able to contend. You think about even with a guy like Nick Saban, he wouldn't go somewhere to just kick it. I don't think Bill Belichick is in Chapel Hill to just build up a decent roster and send people to the pros. He wants to win. They are addicted to that feeling of hoisting the trophy when you have felt that feeling before. And I couldn't feel any more confident that as desperate as the Giants are, the Raiders are more, I wouldn't use desperation to define them. I would more so say dedicated to building a champion that can compete this year, and that starts at the quarterback position, not in the draft, not with like a Sam Darnold, but with a guy like Matthew Stafford that can push you over the top. Now, it's going to take a lot more this offseason, but I think that's the starting block, especially if you can get the Rams to give him over and not have to give up too much high future draft capital. It's a win-win.
But in the decision pie, right, all factors that are going to factor into what Matt Stafford and the Rams do next year, because he's not a free agent, so there has to be terms agreed upon outside of just Matt Stafford's choice. But if we are just going from this selfish perspective, with the quarterback, with one of the older quarterbacks in the NFL right now, what percentage of that decision is just winning? Because all of this news cycle was about him wanting more money.
Yes, it is. It is. And when you've won a championship, especially recently, and you're on your last contract in the league, you want not just more money, but guaranteed money up front. The problem is when the Rams restructured him, right? They've been talking about this like a year or so ago when they restructured him. It was kind of incentivized in a way of like, hey, we're going to take care of you in the summer of 2025. Well, guess what? Yeah, the Bills do. The Bills do. And if the Rams aren't willing to pay him what he's acquired as his market value, which is right around $50 million, because apparently that's what he's been hearing from the teams that he and his agent have been able to go out there and chop it up with, like, why would he stay? Why would he stay, and why wouldn't he take a chance at going to Vegas where the lifestyle is similar? Your wife will likely be cool with kicking it out there. And on top of that, again, people look at the Raiders, and they probably say 6-7 win team at best, right? They probably say that's a franchise that's a little directionless. They're in a tough division in the AFC West. You got to go against Mahomes and Herbert and what the Broncos are today. I think the floor for the Raiders next year, especially if they get Stafford, would be third in the AFC West above the Broncos, and there's a much stronger confidence that they would have internally, and I would even have as a Chiefs fan that they can maybe even surpass the Chargers and what they have, because that defensive line is fierce. If you're able to build a team that can actually kind of, get somewhat of a lead, if you're able to build a team that's actually able to kind of control the ball and move the sticks, and then you trot that defensive line out there and Max Crosby, who has an engine like no other, just keeps getting after folks, like, I do believe in Christian Wilkins in the middle, and you got that other edge rusher outside. Like, I do believe that's a team that, similar to the Giants, have the foundation, but I think they would have the better coaching. I think they would have the better leadership up top, and Matt Stafford would make them a team that could be like a 10-11 win team next year. That's not crazy to say.
So this is if Stafford's out of L.A.?
This is if Stafford goes to the Vegas Raiders. That win total you see out of Vegas is probably going to spike to about 8.5, 9.5, and I still would go over.
But I'm saying, you think it's best for Matt Stafford to leave L.A. to go to the Raiders?
Only if they're unwilling to pay him. Okay. Only if they're unwilling to pay him. Stafford's number one option should be stay with the Rams, but get your market value. Get what the Raiders say they will pay you, what the Giants say they'll pay you. They owe you that. You were the solution to their problem a few years ago. They said Goff wasn't enough. They said, go get me Stafford, and he delivered a championship in year one. You're that guy. You did it. They owe you one, especially because you restructured your contract with them. And if they're not willing to do that, I would go to Vegas and see what we can make shake with Pete Carroll, Tom Brady, Brock Bowers, some young guns, and whatever they get with the 6th pick.
How much more money is it worth to get uncomfortable, to relocate, to take a chance going to an organization that hasn't won?
Short drive.
It's a flight.
It's a short drive. Vegas to LA to Vegas?
I've never been on that route.
Oh my goodness, man! That's like that's just.
Well, you're going to move. You're going to sell your house and get a new place.
Matt Stafford will fly. Brady will fly him out there. It'll be very comfortable.
But how are we splitting hairs and saying the difference between $45 and $50 million? Is it all an ego thing? Is it actually a bottom line thing?
It is, and to me, it is an ego thing, and to me, it's an earned thing too. Like at a certain point, especially at this point in his career, you've talked about it. He has the second most earnings all time in the league when it comes to actual money accrued, not just future earnings in your contract.
So who gives a damn if you're making $5 million less by staying in LA and winning? You're going to win more games with the Rams than you will with the Raiders.
Yeah, winning. First of all, winning is never guaranteed. Secondly, right now, the way his deal is structured, it's only $40 million a year. So you need some kind of an extension or restructure if you're going to even bridge that gap. But if somebody's telling you today that to play the same position, to do exactly what you do, and hopefully in this new place you go to, they'll build around you and help you to contend. We're going to pay you $10 to $15 million more per year. CCAT, you're going to say, nah, I'm good. I'll stay here where I proved my worth and they're paying me under my value and finish my career with this kind of an organization. I get why he has the chip on his shoulder. He's one of the greatest athletes of our generation. He was a #1 overall pick. The dude deserves to do this.
No.
Stafford doesn't deserve this?
No, he does not deserve, and I'm using the word deserve in a negative light. He doesn't deserve to go to a historically poor organization with the Raiders.
They're different now. New ownership, man. You got Brady in the house.
That is taking a chance on those stocks that you hear, those meme coins. That's what's going with the Raiders right now because Brady's attached, because Carroll's attached, because you see a tweet from an influencer. That's what you're attaching yourself to the Raiders because you think you're also going to be able to win there. Yeah, count your $5 extra million, count your $10 extra million when you are 4-13 next year.
Counterpoint, please. Can I do a counterpoint to that?
Yeah, it is your show.
Thank you. The Las Vegas Raiders have the second most salary cap space in the league this offseason right now with $96 million, more than the Commanders, less than the Patriots. If you want to scroll down to the Los Angeles Rams, they're sitting around $43 million. That's right in the middle point in the NFL, which means if they do restructure Stafford, there's barely any money left for them to add on around him. So there's that, right? There's the area of opportunity, and this is probably Brady's pitch, right? This is what they were doing up on the mountain. See, you're hearing it from me. You're just hearing it from Theo at the Cognizant Classic. It's probably not hitting the same as when Stafford was hearing it from Brady as they were skiing down the bunny slopes out there in Montana. But he's telling them, like, look, we got all this money to play with. We got the number 6 pick in the draft. We can bring you in here with a guy like Brock Bowers who clearly can be the fulcrum of an offense. He can be the focus point. We can build an offense around that guy, get a couple other ancillary pieces, maybe somebody that you like playing with. We'll go out there and we'll set it up similar to what Aaron Rodgers wanted in New York. We believe in you, though, more than they should have believed in Rodgers. We'll go out there and get you like that. And on top of that, hey, Kelly's cool with it. Y'all like Vegas, right? Vegas is smooth. Vegas is a cool place. It's right here next to LA.
I guess if you're in your 20s more so than your late 30s.
It's not, you don't go live on the Strip. Nevada's a nice area. I think they have no state income tax as well, so the money that you're making there is even more compounded, especially if it's the difference between $40 million a year with the Rams and $50 to $55 million a year in Nevada. And on top of that, a guy that you respect, you love, you played against, you rock with. Tom Brady is the one in there making the decisions for you. That's a level of trust that you're not going to get with any other franchise. Who's the one pitching them in Los Angeles? Who's pitching them in New York? That's going to do a better pitch than Tom Brady.
Probably not. It's a
nobody.
Pitch. Sure.
Nobody. And how is that not the best case scenario?
Have you ever fallen for like a timeshare scam? Because this is what this sounds like.
No, it's not. How would
this is a lot of promise and not a lot of substance. When you have nothing but substance with Sean McVay, who's had
they don't want to pay him. They don't want to pay him.
He's going to get more money. He's not going to get as much as he's asking for.
He's not getting a long-term commitment from them as well. You're not getting a long-term commitment or the money today. I don't understand why he would sit back and wait for that. And you can't say to chase a ring or to chase winning because he already did that with them and for them, and they have not compensated him fairly for it afterwards.
But again, the immediate counterpoint to Tom Brady, ultimate winner, hey, let's walk away from your winning organization, come to this losing organization, and then we'll win with you.
You're calling them a losing organization, too, and it's like that's just because you're talking about the 2000s. Like, the Raiders used to stand for something. Well, Raider Nation was different back in the day.
Now it's new ownership, right?
Yeah, and it's new ownership, too. That's what I'm saying. But, like, they were under Al Davis earlier on, Mark Davis, they were killing things. Like, John Madden had some things cooking. They got quarterbacks out there that was, used to rule the league. They had an era. There's a reason why Raider Nation spreads far and wide. It wasn't just the TV deals. It was also because they used to win. They had pride.
Yeah,
that's all gone by the wayside.
A lot of success for Derek Carr. Whole lot of it.
It's a new time. That's why we're bringing in Stafford. I
think prime Derek Carr is better than right now Matt Stafford.
Oh, my gosh. That's crazy, C-Cat.
Prime Derek Carr was an MVP candidate.
Oh, my gosh.
Him and Amari Cooper were one of the best 1-2 punches.
He didn't even finish that season where he was a quote-unquote MVP. He was an MVP candidate until he got hurt. We didn't see how it tailed out. We can't just give him credit for a half job. This is no shot to Derek Carr.
When's the last time they won a playoff game, the Raiders?
The Raiders' last playoff win.
It's been a long time.
Oh, man. No. Let's not play, though. Let's not play because there's several teams ahead of them in that race.
They have 4 playoff wins this turn of the century.
Last playoff. When was the last one, though? It was recent.
Their last playoff win was – no, it wasn't. It was 2003.
That's recent.
They are probably –
And what did they do in 2003? and how did 2003 end for them?
How did it? You tell me.
When that Tuck rule?
I don't know.
So Brady swiped it away from him. Now he's going back to bring good juju to the Las Vegas Raiders. I think that this is a match made in heaven. I think it's going to happen, and the only thing that prevents it from happening is Stafford getting a deal in Los Angeles, bro. I don't think there's any other option.
But the pitch that you're giving is the pitch you give to a rookie quarterback, like the Bears or the Browns. You can be the difference that turns this losing organization into a winning organization. That's not the pitch you give to a quarterback who is going to retire in that uniform.
So what are his other options?
To get paid a little bit less money to stay with the Rams. Do you want to win or do you want to make more money?
So do you think the Rams win a Super Bowl next year?
I think they get a whole lot closer than the Raiders do.
I think the Raiders
you get almost guaranteed playoffs. You're in that division, Theo.
Yeah,
you know how tough it'll be.
Yeah. But I do think, again, if they get Stafford, and depending on how this offseason goes, they are one of the best candidates for a team that is in the cellar right now to not go worst to first, but to jump up to a 10, 11-win team. The Broncos don't scare me like that, and I do believe the Chargers can build something that's a little bit more strong than the Raiders can build something stronger than what the Chargers got.
But no one's forcing them to go to the cellar. You know, sure, they have the best chance of a team that's in the cellar right now. The best chance of a team that has been losing as of late. But no one's telling you have to go to a rebuild.
Well, the Rams aren't paying them, and sometimes when they're not paying where you're at, if you're not paying, I'm not staying. If you're not paying, I'm not staying. That's Stafford's stance, and I got to, as a champion, as a former number 1 overall pick, I got to ride with Stafford on this one. And I do think that the initial play here is leverage. He wants to be in L.A. He wants to be a Ram. He likely wants to retire there. If they don't pay, his ass bet not stay. That would be my advice if I was in the Matt Stafford camp. Should Stafford stay with the Rams, or should he take up Tom Brady on his offer and head on out to Vegas like I would? 888-760-3776. 888-760-3776. Hit us up on the Baptist Health Hotline here on Theoretically Speaking as we kick it right outside of the 11T, and hopefully I didn't get too many bad stares as the golfers
you
were
got
teeing
so
off.
many of them. Yeah,
it was rough.
The entirety of the first segment, I got like one eye looking left, one eye looking at you.
Okay, nothing I can do about that, and that's why I've been purposely not turning around and ignoring it. So
ignorance is bliss.
We will likely be moved soon. I'm sure they've already called in some backup, but we'll see. But before that happens, 888-760-3776. Hit us up here on Theoretically Speaking on the Baptist Health Hotline. What should Stafford do? Should he stay for less money with Los Angeles, or should he take the bread and the promises from Tom Brady and head on over to the Vegas Raiders? Again, the number 888-760-3776, the Baptist Health Hotline. Are you experiencing foot and ankle pain and need to see an expert in the field? Baptist Health Orthopedic Care is a team of foot and ankle orthopedic surgeons and specialists who are regarded as leaders in their specialty. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho to learn more today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit BaptistHealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care has offices conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting BaptistHealth.net/ortho. CCAT, we got a very motion-packed Thursday here. It's usually a therapy Thursday, but instead we are going to be doing a lot more than that here. We're at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, and because we're here, we might as well get ourselves a Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches leaderboard update, and that's brought to you by Kaiser University.
The Breakers Palm Beach.
And the Breakers Palm Beach.
Pain Care Florida.
And yes.
Pop Stroke.
Yes.
South Florida Ford.
Uh-huh.
And Hard Rock Bet.
All right now.
We witnessed history today at PGA National. Jake Knapp. He's only ranked 61st in the FedEx Cup rankings. He shot, believe it or not, you will not believe me when you hear this, Jake Knapp shot 12 under today. 12 under, a 59 at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Just the 14th player in PGA Tour history to hit that magic number. Of course, that's a course record. Jake Knapp leads the field right now at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. 4 strokes back is Daniel Berger. He's at 8 under. Russell Henley, he's also at 8 under, tied alongside Sami Belimekaki. Ricky Fowler tied for 5th. He's 5 strokes off the lead at 7 under. A lot of low numbers today here at PGA National, something we are not used to when the wind is gusting, because the wind is not gusting right now. But how about Ricky Fowler? We were on the phone with him yesterday. You could hear the confidence in his voice over the phone. He's doing very good today.
Come on now. I might just have to pull the clubs out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody hitting them this well. I'm feeling confident. The confidence is oozing out to all of us. That is your leadership. Your leaderboard update brought to you again by Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Round 1 wrapping up here on a Thursday. And might I say that Knapp snapped? You know?
Yeah. No cap.
Oh, God.
Back-to-back days.
Yeah. Jonathan Zaslow joins us on the other side as we continue this show. It's Theoretically Speaking. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Golf is a year-round sport in Palm Beach County, and this week, we are the center of the golf world. It's Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches Week on ESPN 106.3. All local shows broadcasting live, leaderboard reports throughout the day, and much more. Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches Week on ESPN 106.3 is presented by South Florida Ford, Twin Peaks, Bradley Heating and Air Conditioning, Pain Care Florida, and the Boca Raton Bowl.
Breaking news on ESPN 106.3 is brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
This just in, we begin this hour with breaking news.
When news breaks, ESPN 106.3 has it covered.
We've had developments. ESPN 106.3 can now report.
When your vehicle breaks, St. Lucie Battery and Tire fixes it. Stay tuned to ESPN 106.3 for more breaking news. Brought to you by St. Lucie Battery and Tire.
Hey golf fans, Colin Russo here. Looking to improve your game? Flagstick Golf Performance, the ultimate indoor golf experience, is now open in Boynton Beach. With
Basket served with fries, a drink, and a sundae for just $7. DQ Grill and Chill with 2 locations, 4828 Lake Worth Road and US 1 just south of North Lake.
Hey everyone, it's Kevin Love.
This is Bam Adebayo.
This is Terry Rozier.
This is Jaime Jaquez Jr.
This is Nikola Jovic.
This is Duncan Robinson.
This is Tyler Hero of your Miami Heat, and you're listening to ESPN West Palm.
ESPN 106.3 is your home for Miami Heat basketball.
The new state-of-the-art showroom at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach is now open. And let me tell you, it's amazing. If you're looking for a brand new 2020 to 2025 Kia, there is something for you. Every car has so many awesome features, it will be hard to pick just one. Plus, the safety tech and that unbeatable 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. There's peace of mind in every mile. If you've been putting off car shopping, now's the time. Don't wait any longer. Get down to Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, trade keys, and drive home a new Kia today. So, which one will you choose? See my friend Lonnie Mister at Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach and find out why there are more Kias on the road every day. Call 800-NEW-KIAS or Lonnie at 561-433-1511 and check us out online at greenwaykiawestpalmbeach.com. Greenway Kia of West Palm Beach, where your new Kia is waiting for you.
We want to see ya in a Greenway Kia.
Warranty is a limited powertrain warranty. See kia.com or retailer for details.
While it's not always possible to see contaminated water coming out of the faucet, the taste is difficult to ignore. And what about plastics and pharmaceuticals now in the water? The team at Culligan is here to help. Culligan offers water testing and reverse osmosis systems designed to filter out those contaminants right at the source. Culligan has been helping the local community with water issues since 1936. Schedule your appointment today at Culligan.com.
Hey, Culligan man!
Experience the thrill of Formula One in Miami from May 2nd through the 4th. For the first time, one-day grandstand tickets are available. Starting at just $65, it offers all the flexibility you need for your schedule. Do you want the best value for your weekend? Grab a 3-day grandstand ticket and catch every moment of the on-track action all weekend long. Choose your vantage point all over the track with the breathtaking views of all the action. Visit F1MiamiGP.com to explore grandstand options and secure a spot at the 2025 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix. The race that's an experience.
Finally, it's time to focus on what really matters. Basketball season. It's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike, and I'm thrilled to say that ESPN 106.3 is your home for the Miami Heat. Yes, every dunk, every clutch shot, and every win. Heat culture.
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli, and
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
So let it rip.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
And also ESPN 106.3 is live at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, which is presented by Kaiser University. You know, champions are all over the flagship campus of Kaiser University in West Palm Beach. The Kaiser Seahawks have won 22 national championships and are ready for more. Get the latest on Kaiser Seahawk athletics at KUSeahawks.com. In 2014, the NFL had a salary cap of $133 million. Now, that's a lot of money. That's a lot of money to build a roster out, CCAT. Today, it was announced. It's official for 2025, just 11 years after that, more than double that number, $279 million to play with. And the second most cap space team is the Las Vegas Raiders, CCAT. And I think that Tom Brady pitched Matt Stafford well.
I want a taste of that. You know, that's a lot of money. You know, we talk about the NFL enough. Maybe we should get a taste of that salary cap. I don't know.
I mean, you can do
a sliver.
I don't know what role you will be able to. Maybe you know who could help us with that, because I don't know what role we can play that can get us a pinch of that pie. But our guy, Jonathan Zaslow from Zaslow Show 2.0, he's the voice of South Florida for us. He's the voice of Miami. He brings the 305 energy for us. And Zaz, what position, what role can we play in the NFL that can get us just a little piece of that $279 million pie?
I mean, until they wind up doing revenue sharing with broadcasters, I'm not going to sit around here and, tell you guys that you got some kind of shot at getting any action there. You got luck.
Well, I mean, if there's one position, kicker.
No.
Like, I'm not saying you can today, but if there's one position that eventually you still have time left, I mean, people kick until their 40s.
I punted twice in high school. Both went horribly wrong.
Yeah.
So I'm going to write that one off. Not a chance.
Punting is harder than kicking. I mean,
no.
I don't know. I think like a 30-yard field goal is a lot further than you think it is. I think kicking field goals, and don't forget, you got to kick it over those offensive linemen. Come on, it's not easy, guys.
And you got to kick it like with a rush coming after. Because I was just about to say, I've hit a 35-yarder, but it was no rush, and it was a holder. So
there's a learning curve of just getting the football in the air off the ground, whether it be on a tee or being held. But, you can kind of punt a soccer ball the same way you punt a football, and you get a similar result. You can't do the same off a tee.
Yeah. I guess you're right. Well, then you won't get a piece of the pie. I was trying to give you a way to get a piece of that $270 million. Yeah, it's a lot of money. Zaslow, before we get into what I really want to get to, because we had a unnamed source. Who is this that did this?
This is the Daily Ranker, and you could guess that their job is to rank things.
Yeah, so they ranked.
Let me hear it. I love a good list. Let me hear it.
Well, we're gonna get you on that, but I want you to just solve a problem we had earlier before we give you the top 10 current athletes playing in Miami. So you're going to be all over this. Before we get to that, settle this argument for us. I think because the Rams are unwilling, if the Rams are unwilling to pay Matt Stafford what he's worth, his best option is to go to the Vegas Raiders, take the Tom Brady pitch, see what they can build with the second most cap space this offseason, and Pete Carroll wants to win now. That actually will be a really good situation for him despite the strength of the division. CCAT says even if the Rams aren't willing to restructure his deal, take what they're paying you and stay there because that's your best shot to win. What would you do if you're Stafford?
Well, first of all, let me say, if I'm a Rams fan, I'm aggravated by this situation, okay? Because the fact of the matter is, and money's money, and money is always important, all right? But only one player in the history of the National Football League has made more money than Matthew Stafford from playing football. That's it. Just one. It happens to be Aaron Rodgers. After Aaron Rodgers, no player has made more money in the National Football League than Matthew Stafford. And at his age and his production, look, he had, 3,500 yards, 3,600 yards last year. He had 20 touchdowns. I think he had 8 interceptions. He's obviously still a good quarterback, but these aren't big-time numbers, all right? Every quarterback in the NFL is putting up those numbers now. So the fact that Stafford essentially wants a raise upon what he'd been making when he's not that guy anymore.
What?
That bothers me a little bit. I'm a Rams fan.
Zaz, all right, so what made the Rams that good this year? I know they had some rookies that shined on the defensive side, like Jared Verse and Fisk. I know that, obviously, Cooper Kupp was decent, but really it was the Puka Nacua show and whatnot. They got a good running back. But when I look at the highest-paid quarterbacks in the league right now, Stafford's at $40 million a year. I look at Kirk Cousins is above him at 45. Deshaun Watson is above him at 46. Kyler Murray is above him at 46. Jalen Hurts deserves it, but 51. You can argue Stafford Hurts. I mean, that's a toss-up. Herbert, Goff, Tua, Trevor Lawrence, Jordan Love. All them dudes making way more than you, and you won a Super Bowl for that city? Y'all can't get me up to 50? One little bread.
Well, first of all, I don't think that the Rams are not willing to renegotiate. I think the Rams are willing to, and Stafford clearly wants more than what they're willing to give. Those guys at the very top, those guys are all 10 years younger than Matthew Stafford. That plays a role. And that's why the Rams, what they're doing is smart. The Rams have all the control here, all right? And what the Rams are doing is smart. Hey, Stafford, if you think that you can get X amount of dollars, go out there, try and get it, and then come back to us, all right? Like, we'll negotiate in good faith. So why not? Why shouldn't the Rams do that? If he can actually get that from somewhere else, then he brings it back to the Rams. The Rams said, okay, you're right. Now let's have that conversation again.
I'm rocking with you on that. I think the number one option should be to stay with the Rams, but only if they do open up the checkbook and actually match. And it seems like Stafford does have some offers on the table, and the Rams still haven't made it happen yet. So we'll wait and see. But if he does pick any other place, I think the Raiders should be the only option. I wouldn't touch the New York Giants and that desperate head coach and that, on my last string of life GM with like a 10-foot pole. I mean, that would be a terrible situation for Stafford.
I do wonder if McVay, because McVay's a great offensive coach. He knows how to coach a quarterback. I do wonder if McVay says, you know what, instead of spending more money on the quarterback position, if we're going to spend more money on the quarterback position, what if we get someone who's a lot younger, and we could also get, maybe a first-round pick, maybe a conditional first-round pick for Stafford. What if they were to bring in a guy like Darnold, where McVay says, you know what, I saw what Kevin O'Connell did with Darnold. I'm even better. Like, I'm a great coach, so why don't I get an extra first-round pick for Stafford and bring in a guy who's a lot younger?
That's a win-win. I like it.
Or I'm thinking more so you build for next year's quarterback class. This year's quarterback class, not that good. It's Ward, Sanders, then a drop-off. But 2026 looks really nice.
Yeah.
And I think that if you can stomach maybe not putting the best team out there in 25, that's what I'm saying, building for the following drafts.
I ultimately think they stay together. I think it's best for everybody. He was one score away from the NFC Championship game, all right? And it's not like they're paying him pennies. He's still making a lot of money. He's 36, 37 years old. Ultimately, I think they wind up renegotiating. He stays there.
All right, enough Stafford, enough Brady. How about this top 10 list? This top 10 list from the Daily Ranker, biggest athletes currently playing in Miami. You want to rally them off, CCAT?
Yeah, make it dramatic. Do it from 10 to 1. Let's
Can we get some music? Here. Do we have any Miami music back in the station?
I don't think we have Miami music, but we have, power. We'll just go from 10 to 1.
Yeah.
Because Luis Suarez is the 10th biggest athlete currently playing in Miami. Of course, Luis Suarez plays for Inter Miami. Then we've got a pair of Dolphins at 9 and 8. Devon Achane at 9. Jalen Waddle at 8 in this list of biggest athletes currently playing in Miami.
Is that good so far? Is Waddle better than Suarez?
Waddle better than Flores?
Yeah, Suarez today. We're talking about today.
Yeah.
I
guess
I'm good with Waddle being there, yes.
But they're using the word biggest. So, obviously soccer is the world's game, so it's difficult to argue that the number 2 wide receiver on the Miami Dolphins is above him, but I digress.
We'll see.
Right, right. I hear what you're saying, because if Suarez is going to be on the list, that means you're taking into account his standing globally, and Devon Achane is not bigger than Luis Suarez. So it's a little bit weird already, but that's okay. Let's hear number 7.
Number 7, we're not even talking about a pro athlete. We're talking about the number 1 quarterback in the portal, Hurricanes quarterback Carson Beck as the 7th biggest.
Throw the list away.
Now, where's this from? I want to make sure I don't disparage. Who is this list?
This is the Daily Ranker.
All right, this is a rough list already. Carson Beck. What are you talking about? All right, let me hear some more.
Before he's played a snap. Before we've seen him in uniform.
Snap. Come on.
Matthew Tkachuk, apparently the 6th biggest athlete currently playing in Miami.
I know you don't like that.
He deserves to be on the list. The question is, should he be higher than 6? Let's hear who's in front of him.
Bam Adebayo, the 5th biggest athlete in Miami.
Toss up.
Oh, I got to tell you, Tkachuk should be ahead of him.
Man.
If you think about, especially now after 4 Nations, you think Adebayo is bigger than Tkachuk? No way.
He lost. He lost to 4 Nations.
But biggest.
He won a Stanley Cup.
There are dartboards in Calgary, Canada, that have Matthew Tkachuk's face on it right now.
Hey,
it's not that he's possibly looked upon there. He's
much
big.
Bigger than Bam.
We already did the mama test. Nobody knows Tkachuk. 4 gets worse.
We get into the top 5 with number 4, Tua Tagovailoa.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Let's see who's in front of him.
Well, you don't have to go too far.
Obviously, Tua.
We got to hear it all.
Dolphins is always going to be on a top 10 list here. Now I'm interested in who's going to be in front of him. Go ahead.
Fellow Dolphin teammate Tyreek Hill is the 3rd biggest athlete in Miami.
That's fair.
Yeah, that makes sense. Now I want to guess the
top 2.
I guess.
Guess the top 2. Please do.
Okay, don't tell me if I'm right or wrong. I'm just speaking out loud right now first before I get final answers. Tyler Hero has to be in the top 10, all right? And the fact that you haven't mentioned him yet, I would think he's got to be there, all right? So I'm thinking Tyler Hero. There's not going to be anyone for the Marlins. Sandy Alcantara, he's a fine pitcher. He better not be number 1 or number 2. So let's scratch him off the list.
Yeah.
Would there be any other Panther? Would Barkov be ahead of Kachuk? He should not be ahead of Kachuk. He should be in the top 10, but he shouldn't be ahead of Kachuk.
Nah.
So I'm going to go Hero is definitely in the top 2. Would any other Dolphin be there? You already gave Tua. You already gave Tyreek Hill. No one's bigger than those two guys. Is Cam Ward
Robinson
still on the list?
Cam Ward is not eligible. He's no longer eligible. He'll be on the Cleveland list next year.
All right.
Okay, I think Tyler Hero is going to be on it. Let's hear who you got.
How are you forgetting his name?
No, it's Masai.
Yeah, I think it.
It's Lionel Messi at number 1. That's who that is. Okay.
All right, so
we said Suarez. What made you not? Yeah.
You know what? Inter Miami is not at the forefront of my mind right now. I'm not a season ticket holder anymore. I had been the first 5 years. I'm not a season ticket holder anymore this year. Very upsetting. But, okay, so Messi's 1 is Hero 2?
Yes. Yeah. That's high for Hero. That's high for Hero, man.
That's very high for Tyler Hero. You are correct. Messi should obviously be number 1. Although, can we all admit, the excitement over Messi, it's really dwindled these last 2 years. We can admit that, right?
Yeah, the problem is that, if they would have won in the MLS Cup, at least got past the first round this year, would have felt better.
Big chokers last season,
But by the very fact that you don't have the season tickets anymore, you got to be honest about the thing. We love Inter Miami out here. We got them both on ESPN 106.3 and on the Deportes side. So much love to them. Hope they can re-spark that flame. But I ain't going to sit up here and tell you a lie. It has died down a little bit, man.
Yeah,
a little less paint rolling around.
Some. And look, they advanced in the CONCACAF first round. Excellent job a couple nights ago. I still watch every game. I'm still into Inter Miami. I just think it's died down a bit. So Messi being number 1, that makes all the sense in the world. I would move Kachuk up to 2. All right.
I can't argue with that.
Guys, the Stanley Cup champions, our best team here in South Florida, needs more than one guy in the top 10. Let's be fair.
4 Dolphins in there is pathetic. 4 Dolphins in there is actually pathetic. Unless they're ranking these things based on NFL report cards and whatnot, the Dolphins have had very little success over the past decade, let alone this past year.
First of all, Jalen Ramsey should be on it ahead of Devon Achane. That's number 1 if we're going to do this. But Devon Achane is on this list, and Alexander Barkov is not. I'm very upset with this list. I don't like it.
I'll make sure I leave a very nasty comment on your behalf because you are the voice of the 305 here on Theoretically Speaking. Jonathan Zaslow from Zaslow Show 2.0 on ESPN Radio. Pulling up on us on a Thursday per usual. We're here at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, man. We just saw a record day happen on this Thursday, Zaz, so the vibes are high. The spirits are good. I want one last thing on you on the way out here. NFL draft, who are you most intrigued by? Which team and their decision-making around the draft are you most intrigued by as we get closer and closer with the Combine right here?
Probably the Raiders. The Raiders at number 6, and I say that because it seems like Shedeur is dropping in this draft, that he's not going to be one of the top 3 picks. And there's been a lot of flirting, between Shedeur and the Raiders. And in Mel Kiper Jr.'s latest mock draft, he has Shedeur dropping to the Raiders spot, but the Raiders passing on him for Boise running back Ashton Genty.
It's crazy.
So, and the Jets taking Shedeur Sanders at number 7. So the Shedeur situation, I think, is what intrigues me the most right now. That would be something if the Raiders have a chance to take him and they do not select him. That's something that I find to be very interesting. But heck, we're talking about Matthew Stafford, Raiders. Maybe that makes sense then.
That's what I was about to say. I think the Ashton Genty pick makes a lot more sense if you're going to also pencil in that the Stafford deal gets done. And I think that's where Kiper was going. He read the tea leaves. He does not believe Brady and his agent and his media outlets, whoever Brady is feeding that information, who is rap sheet or whatever. Do you believe this?
The reporters are fighting each other at Starbucks in Indianapolis, Theo.
I know, and that's how I know it's ridiculous. Ain't no way in hell Stafford and Brady ran into each other on that damn mountain in Montana, man. That was an invite. It's just illegal.
I would assume so, yeah. I don't think that they just happen to be there at the exact same time when one of them is shopping for a new team and the other one wants a quarterback. But I want to get some security footage at this Starbucks in the hotel in Indianapolis. We got reporters fighting over the Brady Stafford reports.
I kind of like it, too.
I think Shefty had to get in there and play peacemaker, like, boys, enough.
I love a great media beef. Give me a good media beef.
And look at the two guys, Schultz and in Rap Sheet. Like this is a welterweight fight. Like this is a welterweight media guy fight.
Well, welterweight in terms of like stature or like notoriety. What are you talking
stature.
About?
That's
stature.
based on
notoriety. It's a heavyweight fight.
Notoriety for sure. Yeah, but that's not how it works.
No, you're
Zaz, right. Zaz, appreciate you pulling up. Where can people find Zaslow Show 2.0, man?
Yeah, hey, Zaslow Show 2.0, wherever you get your podcast from, you just search Zaslow Show 2.0. Monday through Friday, we're Miami-based, South Florida-based. You hear me nationally on ESPN Radio. Like tomorrow, I'll be on at noon Eastern on the network. I'm filling in, but otherwise, get me locally with Zaslow Show 2.0. And every episode is sponsored by Anjar and Levine Accident Attorneys, their title sponsor of everything Zaslow Show 2.0. And that includes my wrestling podcast called It's Still Real to Me. New episode drops tonight. A little bit of Elimination Chamber, WWE preview tonight. Anjar and Levine Accident Attorneys, they sponsor that as well. 800-747-FREE, 800-747-3733.
The voice of the 305 and our guy on Thursdays on this show, Zaslow, from Zaslow Show 2.0. Appreciate you pulling up, man. We'll see you next week.
Thanks, guys. Talk to you later.
That was Zaz on the Baptist Health Hotline, kicking it, feeling good. And the good thing about it, CCAT, while we're out here outdoors at the Cognizant Classic, we get a slight breeze here and there. Zaslow was inside. You know what he gets to enjoy inside?
What's that?
A little bit of air conditioning. A little temperature control right there.
And good plumbing.
And good plumbing, because I'm sure Zaz knows exactly where to go if he has issues with either one of them. EDSIsYes.com. EDSIsYes.com. Is your air or water flowing perfectly in your home? If the answer is no, EDS is yes. Got another question for you. Is there a room in your home that's always too hot?
That office, man.
That office.
Everyone's office never gets enough air.
It's like some rooms are hot, some rooms are too cold. And it's like, do I bring my jacket in here with me? Do I just bring a blanket around? You can't bring a blanket around as a grown man. No, you gotta.
And you have those problems if you're not with EDS.
If you have EDS air conditioning and plumbing, they make sure your air is flowing right. Your water is flowing perfectly. If the answer is no to the question, is your air or water flowing perfectly, then EDS is yes. It's Palm Beach County's trusted AC and plumbing expert. They'll make sure your air is flowing perfectly in your home so you can relax in comfort and do the things that you should be able to enjoy. Plus, with flexible financing options, your budget won't stand in between you and comfort. Call today or visit EDSIsYes.com. When comfort matters, EDS is yes. We're right outside of the 11th tee here at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches at PGA National Resort and Spa. And that means, CCAT, it's time for another Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches leaderboard update, and it's brought to you by
Kaiser University, The Breakers Palm Beach,
all right now,
Pain Care Florida, Pop Stroke, South Florida Ford, and Hard Rock Bet.
Get it in.
History was made at PGA National Resort and Spa, with Jake Knapp firing a course record 59 in the first round of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, just the 14th player in PGA Tour history to hit that magic number. So you can guess the leader today. In round one, completing his 18 holes, Jake Knapp at 12 under. Daniel Berger close behind, 4 strokes off the lead at 8 under, along with Russell Henley. Some big names in the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. How about another big name? How about Ricky Fowler? He is 5 shots off the lead, tied for 5th. And that is your Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches leaderboard update on ESPN 106.3.
So lovely, so smooth. We get an admission from Anthony Davis, who was involved in the most shocking trade in NBA history. What did he say, and why does it have me feeling like I was right all along? That and more on the other side when we hop on the Get Around. That's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey. We're Theoretically Speaking from the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 1063.
Hi, I'm Scott Smith with Smith Ball Baez and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. As you have likely seen and heard, law firm advertising is at an all-time high. Attorney ads seem to be part of every radio and TV commercial segment. Some firms are even using paid actors and actresses to speak for them. At Smith Ball Baez and Prather, we know that the decision to hire a law firm should never be based on advertisements alone. It is our past results and many positive 5-star reviews that we encourage you to read at smithball.com to learn more about our law firm. We have board-certified lawyers. We have lawyers listed in the best lawyers in America and in super lawyers. But most importantly, we have experienced lawyers located right here in Palm Beach County and the Treasure Coast that are ready to be your advocate and your voice, and fully prepared to start fighting for your legal rights today. Our purpose, legal power. Our mission, huge results. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith Ball Baez and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith Ball Baez and Prather, help is just a local phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
A resort destination beyond compare, yet conveniently close to home. The Breakers Palm Beach offers everything you desire with the service you deserve in a breathtaking oceanfront setting. Immerse yourself in unparalleled seaside glamour and enjoy all the Breakers has to offer as you create lasting memories with those who matter most. The best part, you don't have to travel far to feel worlds away. Visit thebreakers.com or call 1-800-BREAKERS today.
God knows. I am reincarnated. I was stargazing. Life goes on. I need all my babies.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Oh, the breeze is great. The shade is even better as we're right here off the 11th tee. Thanks to the Discover the Palm Beaches team. I'm so glad they let us in here with our little radio broadcast and setup. I'm also glad we haven't got kicked out of here as we're talking through people's tee shots.
Yeah, I'm seeing people with the quiet signs give us some memorable looks.
Yeah, they are not a fan of theoretically speaking, but if you're a fan, hey, we're getting in trouble for you. So you can still hear
no days off
the great things that we have going on here, again, at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. We hope you can pull up on us over these next couple of days as we keep broadcasting live. And as you know, ESPN 1063 is live at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, presented by Kaiser University. Champions are all over the flagship campus of Kaiser University in West Palm Beach. The Kaiser Seahawks have won 22 national championships, and, well, they're ready for more. Get the latest on Kaiser Seahawks athletics at kuseahawks.com. See, Kat, it is about that time to hop on the Get Around. And today, the Get Around is brought to you by
Roger Dean Chevrolet
Stadium. Hit that music, please, for me, Damien. Yeah. Heck is going on up here, man? It's a little loopy, man. It's the sun. The sun's been getting to me. You know, spring training has arrived at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium. We were just there yesterday, so come to America's busiest ballpark to see the Miami Marlins and the St. Louis Cardinals take the field before the season begins. Bring your groups. Celebrate your birthdays or your anniversaries. Experience our VIP batting practice and get up and close and personal with the pros right there on the field. Visit RogerDeanChevroletStadium.com, or you can stop by the ticket office today to purchase your spring training experience. See you at the ballpark. See, Kat, what's our first stop here on the Get Around? There it is.
Next stop,
Orchard Park, New York.
Hey.
maybe even Kansas City, Missouri. We're going to both those locations. Why? Big news yesterday out of the NFL. The NFL says its plan is to put its electronic system to measure first downs into motion this upcoming regular season in 2025. The Chain Gang, the Chain Crew, they will remain on the sideline as a backup. But finally, the technology is being integrated in football. And why did I choose those two locations? Because another offseason where a Buffalo Bills Kansas City Chiefs game is going to impact the following rules for the season.
And that's what I was about to say. If you need something to get done, just let Josh Allen be the victim of that crime, right? If you need a law changed, have Josh Allen suffer from the previous iteration of the law because he gets things done. I'm not sure if it's his PR team. I'm not sure if it's the Bills Mafia, but there's something about that man that makes it happen. So I want him on my side in anything. In anything. Matter of fact, next time I got a problem at like the HOA or something, I'm going to say, hey, man, Josh Allen is really suffering because we can't get these parking lots pre-paved. And it'll get done. What's the next stop?
Next stop.
We are going to Gironde, France.
Hey, okay.
Overseas.
Kicking it over there.
Because this is the world's only nude golf course.
No.
The nude golf course,
No.
where playing golf without clothes is mandatory.
Oh, my. How many?
6-hole par 20 course. They said, you know the golf experience that you have and I have when we go to every country club, when you go to every public muni where you are surrounded by 85-year-old men, 85-year-old women, everyone from around the area, this would be a whole lot better if no one had clothes on. That's what this public golf course in France has decided.
It's the worst idea I've ever heard. It's actually the worst. And then I could see if this was like in Brazil or Colombia or somewhere known for having like just overall good-looking people. France ain't that kind of place anyways. France is not that kind of spot. I don't think there's a lot of just overly attractive people out there. And then we're talking about the golf demographic. I don't even think it would look pretty to be naked doing a golf swing, man, woman, or whatever the heck you consider yourself. But that's a terrible idea.
So you know, like when you go to like the gym shower and someone drops trowel way too early, someone said, you know what, we should do this the entire time.
That's ridiculous. It's gross, and whoever came up with that idea, they need to be right next to that man Diddy. That man Diddy right now. Wherever he's serving, they need to serve next to him and get their mind straight, because that's just, we need a barrier to entry into that thing too, man. What's the next stop? I'm not going. I was supposed to be going to France this summer too. Now I don't even want to go.
I don't know if we have the audio for this one, but Jared Goff caught a stray bullet from Ben Johnson the other day, and you got to hear it to believe it.
Ready to throw a pass, and it is very rare for an offensive lineman to throw a pass.
The best part of that was he threw a dime every single time in practice. We probably took that for 3 weeks, and it was a dime. It was better than some other people.
Right.
Jared Goff. He's pretty darn good throwing on the move. So
I like it.
He's a freak.
I like it. Well, you know, when we were at...
So that was Ben Johnson kind of talking about how Jared Goff was limitations on the Detroit Lions offense last year and how he's happy to be with the Bears now because Caleb Williams takes away a lot of those limitations.
See, I can't tell what he's doing. I can't tell if he's trying to still motivate and coach Jared Goff from afar, or is he that petty? Like, did they have issues at the end of their relationship to where he would be antagonistic about him publicly in the media? Like, that's not the only thing he said either. He said something later on where he mentioned Goff by, that was to mention Goff by name. He said something earlier on about how Caleb Williams, he's never played with a quarterback who was able to work outside of structure and extend plays and be mobile and also create when there's nothing there. Like, he's taking like unlimited shots at Goff right now, and it's kind of a bad taste.
And thus we conclude the get around.
That was the get around. That was the get-around here as we kick it at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. What a nice ride. What a fun time there. And as we get to the other side, it's the happy hour. We have a very special guest who's going to join. And number one, I mean, we need him. We need him because he's actually the one that helped us get some of this shade out here by the 11th tee. So that's CCAT. I'm Theo Dorsey, special guest on the other side. The happy hour as well. We're theoretically speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Anajar and Levine.
Call 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733.
ESPN 1063.
WUUB Jupiter, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Business owners, are your employees driving you nuts? Is money tight? Or have you just poured your heart and soul into your business and now it's time to retire and just relax? At Transworld Business Advisors, they have buyers from all over the world ready to buy your business now. Call for a confidential conversation about your business's current value. 561-203-5121. That's 561-203-5121 or visit tworld.com today.
Friday nights in Miami are legendary. Bright lights, loud music, and a classic Eastern Conference showdown. Hi, it's Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike. Tomorrow, Bam and the crew battle Indiana. It's the Pacers and the Heat. We go live to the Kaseya Center at 7:30 here on ESPN 1063.
We expect our information in real time. U.S. Med carries continuous glucose monitors, which provide real-time readings of blood glucose levels. U.S. Med is an approved provider for Medicare and over 500 private insurers. So call 888-665-0696 today for a free insurance and Medicare benefits check as easy as... That's 888-665-0696.
I had the worst dream last night. You were in a car crash, and the kids and I were on our own. We had to move out of the house because I couldn't afford it anymore.
Oh, it's awful, hon.
My brother was saying he got life insurance from Ethos. With Ethos, it only took 10 minutes, and he got $2 million in coverage for around $2 a day. It's all online. No medical exam. He just answered a few health questions right from his house.
Ethos, here we come.
Visit GetEthos.com. That's GetEthos.com.
Sample rate is a 10-year term life policy for 35-year-old healthy, non-smoking male. Billed monthly.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
It's the Good Greek Spiro. For the best move ever, go to goodgreek.com.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
Welcome to TGL presented by SoFi, golf's newest league. It's sharp and it's electric. How is it sharp? How is it electric? Good questions. Try this on for size. 2 hours of hammer dropping, overtime forcing, playoffs on the line, golf. With 24 of the best players from the PGA Tour. Split into 6 teams. Atlanta, Boston, Jupiter, LA, New York, and the Bay. This isn't your average Sunday pickup game. Tune in every week for TGL matches, only on ESPN. Keep up. It's golf.
We are proud of our parents. Want to know why? Because they work for the school district of Palm Beach County. There's lots of great jobs. With paid vacation, holidays off, healthcare, and retirement. You can be in the same schedule as your kids. Come work at the school district of Palm Beach County. You'll see why it's your best choice.
Join us at the Team Palm Beach Schools Job Fair. Register at palmbeachschools.org/job fair. That's palmbeachschools.org/job fair.
Golf is a year-round sport in Palm Beach County, and this week, we are the center of the golf world. It's Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches Week on ESPN 1063. All local shows broadcasting live, leaderboard reports throughout the day, and much more. Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches Week on ESPN 1063 is presented by the Breakers Palm Beach, Hard Rock Bet, Popstroke, Kaiser University, and Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium.
Calling all sports fans, grab your MVP card and head to Duffy's where you can catch all of the action. Not an MVP? Sign up for free and start earning rewards today. Duffy's is voted the best sports grill year after year with their award-winning burgers and wings. Don't forget about Duffy's famous 2-for-1 drinks all day, every day. And with over 80 TVs in every location, you'll never miss a minute of the game. Visit Duffy'sMVP.com to learn more. Duffy's, our game is always on.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios.
The man your man could smell.
Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking.
But are you a different animal and the same beast?
Streaming live on YouTube.
You're gonna break up with me because of what I do on the radio?
Here's Theo Dorsey.
Good people. Welcome on into the happy hour, baby. You know what time it is. Theoretically speaking, we are kicking it at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Oh, man. As y'all know, we're going to be here all the way through the weekend, and ESPN 106.3 is live at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, and it's presented by Kaiser University. Champions are all over the flagship campus of Kaiser University in West Palm Beach. The Kaiser Seahawks have won 22 national titles and are ready for more. Get the latest on Kaiser Seahawk Athletics, KUSeahawks.com. C-Cat is not on the other side of the glass on the ones and twos. He's actually right next to me here as we're sitting right outside of the 11th tee under the wonderful activation that Discover the Palm Beaches has set up for us. And who else but the president and CEO of Discover the Palm Beaches, my guy Milton Segura, pulling up on us and making something shake. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Theo. Thank you so much.
You know, this is actually your debut on Theoretically Speaking as an actual show. I just got here,
yes, with you.
This is great.
And your audience, absolutely.
This is great. Now, one caveat I'll have for you as a Miami Hurricane fan.
That's fine.
You pulling up in the Florida State Seminole polo.
I'm honoring my daughter, you know. First year in FSU, so.
Okay. I'll let it slide then because you're paying money towards it. You get to sport the logo. Milton, man, how's it feel to have, again, y'all's investment in this tournament, to have it here in the Palm Beaches, having the PGA Tour here? What does that mean for the county, and how does it warm your heart to see everybody out here enjoying it?
Thank you for that question, Theo, because this is really important. We are the golf capital of our state.
Yeah.
You know, 145 golf courses across the county, so golf is really important for us. 60 professional golf players, they live here in Palm Beach. So golf is our language, you know, it's our currency in a way or another. So for us and the entire Tourist Development Council, which includes the Sports Commission, you know, and the film and TV and certainly the Cultural Council, it's a must.
Yeah.
You know, and you have to walk the talk, and this is the moment to do it. And we step it up our support to this tournament, and now is the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches.
Mm-hmm. And you better say that second part.
Absolutely, yeah.
Because it's important to us.
Yes, and the fact of the matter, I think I've been told that this is one of the tournaments, if not the only one, that includes the destination in the official name.
Yeah. And
so that it's
Yeah, you can corroborate that, right? There's not a lot of tournaments that has the location baked in.
So it was important, not only, again, to keep promoting the sport, but as well to take the destination and to put it at the same level that in Palm Beaches, golf is one of the pillars, and it's something that we have supported many years ago, and we will keep doing it in the future.
I'm glad to hear it. I know C-Cat is glad to hear it because he's an avid golfer. Me, I'm a little more novice. I get out there. I get active.
I'm with you. I'm with you.
Look, I donate my golf balls to all of the golf courses I go out and try because I lose them all every time I go. But it's a lot of fun out here. It's one of the best ways to pass time. Speaking of pastimes, America's pastime, that's also happening around this time. And before we hopped on the air, Milton, C-Cat and I, we got into it about this last week. Major League Baseball. They are having the robots take over. The robots take over here by bringing in, ball strike, being more computerized. They're experimenting with it through spring training. We'll likely end up seeing this thing happen, right, in the next couple of years. It feels like everybody's for it. Where do you stand?
Well, let me tell you, it's part of a generational transition as well.
Yeah.
You know, we know golf is going through something like that, and some other sports. So baseball is not behind, and what better than counting strikes and balls, you know, which is so important. And when you see a ball 100 miles crossing the plate, you know, human eye is great, but you know, at that velocity, a curveball, slider, you know, it is a little bit difficult. And when you have a doubt, I think it's going to be a nice try.
Yeah.
I like it, honestly. I've been watching the game for many years, and you see that square on top of the home plate. It's like it's part of the.
Yeah.
You look at that, and you don't listen to the umpire. You're making the call based on that square. So let's see what happens.
Might as well. And C-Cat said the one danger he said we could have with it is if you have that where you're able to computerize what is a ball and a strike. He's worried the strike zone, they might actually manipulate what it actually is, and not just
to be smaller by any chance.
Or, smaller or bigger. If they want more offense, make it smaller. Exactly. I think you can automatically do that because it's not like you can retrain every single umpire in the world to say, okay, now it's not knees to shoulders. Now it's actually halfway up the knee. I think that's a possibility.
We'll have to see how they shift it with the American League and National League because there's a different strike zone. You know, in the American League is a little bit higher, and in the National it's a little bit lower. They will call a strike a lower pitch. So
Now,
that's the thing. I love how unique and regional baseball can still be. Every other sport you think about, NFL, NHL, and everything's the same everywhere you go. Baseball with the different stadiums, with the different rules, and then also, like you said, potentially different strike zones. That could be interesting.
Yeah, this experimentation with the automatic balls and strikes. Right now, it's just 2 challenges a game.
Yeah, a little tap.
And I think that Theo alluded to it, where we might just every year might add more and more. We might go automatic entirely. Would you be opposed to that, to take away the actual call for the umpire from the game entirely, or no?
I think I will not be in favor to take the entire. It will take so much from the game.
Yeah.
The being so spontaneous. It's the call. And you play by that. So. I'm glad they're doing it, but we'll have to see. Baseball is a beautiful game,
Yeah.
And that umpire behind the catcher, making those calls is part of the game. So, which, by the way, I have to mention, and this, Theo. Here we have spring training.
Exactly.
So baseball as well. Golf is king, but baseball is really important for us.
I hear so many stories. To me, in all of sports, the St. Louis Cardinals fans have to be just the number 1 fan base nationally. And I say that as a person with no affiliation.
They follow them here.
Oh, my gosh. When I go out, we were at Roger Dean Chevrolet Stadium yesterday, and it wasn't a Cardinals game, so we didn't see them there. When I go out there, I meet so many fans who either have moved to Jupiter or the surrounding areas in Palm Beach County, or they vacation here annually, all because of the Cards playing here. That's a big activation. I know that's a big driver of tourism for our county, but what are the other sports outside of golf, outside of spring training baseball, that are just essential to bringing people to our beautiful paradise?
Well, the fact of the matter is that, and we have a phenomenal leader in George Lingley at the Sports Commission and his team. They're doing a phenomenal job attracting not only baseball, but the other day we had a pickleball tournament here.
Yeah.
At the convention center. It was a huge success. Thousands of people came here. And tennis, we can go to the Del Rey Open.
Yes.
So as you can see, and the king of sports for the county is polo, and in Wellington, it's one of the capitals of the world in equestrian and polo.
Right. Yeah.
So as you can see, we have it all. Volleyball as well, certainly baseball. I think we bring baseball all over the year, across the year. Thousands of young kids coming. To
perfect game and all of those different travel ball stuff.
And I have to say thanks again to George Lingley's leadership. We're very close to and I cannot announce it will be George, but next year we have the World Cup nearby in Miami.
Come on.
So we're very active to see if a few of those teams can stay here.
Yes.
So that will be a phenomenal benefit for all of us.
I'm telling you, that's the one thing. When people ask me, what makes Palm Beach County, unique and what makes it particular or different than many other areas I've lived in, the amount of different sports that you wouldn't just stumble into, but seem to have a great culture around them, like the polos, the equestrian, the dressage, the obviously baseball, golf. It's all here.
Absolutely.
And you still get the basketball and the football and everything with it.
And if I may add, the thing is this: what they like about the destination is the fact that they can find those sports, the experiences attached to those sports. But they also get to know the rest of the county. If it's a family or a friend or a group, they will find why we are so special, why we are so unique. They will see that prosperity, that well-being that we have, that sense of balance.
Yeah.
That even though you're in a phenomenal place, there is balance. There is a space for you in this county, and that's phenomenal. That's a great sense when you come and visit a place.
I got a question. I want to put you on the spot here.
Do it.
All right, Milton Cigar, of course, CEO and president of Discover the Palm Beaches, which y'all's main thing is driving tourism here, bringing people and showing off our beautiful county. I've been talking with some folks, and I know the WNBA just expanded recently, had a couple of franchises, and I'm looking around, and I'm like, man, wouldn't the 561, wouldn't Palm Beach County be a place where women's basketball could thrive? Is that something that's ever come across your table? Has the talks ever been about bringing something out here?
All the time, not only basketball, but as well other sports.
Yeah.
We need, and again, now there is a master planning exercise, and entertainment and sports is one of those key components. And if we can develop, because we have the FAU Stadium, which is great,
Yeah.
and here in Palm Beach Gardens we have phenomenal facilities, but we might need an arena, maybe 12,000, 15,000 people for that type of.
Yeah.
But a women's NBA team here will be phenomenal. You know,
I'm
it will be
telling you.
great.
You look at
It's a great market.
The way the game has been coming up, and you got the Angel Reeses and the Caitlin Clarks, but then also coming out of college, you got Juju Watkins, who is like electric out there at USC. To me, it just feels like one of those sports that can thrive, because if you have an arena here in Palm Beach County and you make it about the experience and the basketball, you make it something that's elevated and feels good, similar to right here where we're at, the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, I know I'll be there.
Yeah, well,
You know?
I can tell you that if you take a look to the numbers in terms of audience and reach, the women's WNBA, the growth has been like double the regular NBA.
Yeah.
And the audience and the viewership that we're seeing right now, Caitlin Clark and the other ladies playing basketball are doing a phenomenal job. They are attracting new eyes, new fans, and those are the ones that, who knows, maybe you're right. Maybe we should have one of those franchises here.
I'm saying, I mean, they brought the Unrivaled Basketball League, which I was telling CCAT about the other day, which has kind of been big for them because they started right around as football ends in February, and that's right out there in Miami. So you got Unrivaled 3-on-3, and they got the 1-on-1. The Phasia Collier was a big deal in that. And again, I look at some of these names, the Sabrina Ionescu's of the world, and I'm like, yo, they're fun to watch in person. Palm Beach County could be a really good breeding ground. Look, I'll say this: if it comes across your desk, just hit me up. I want to hop on that committee, Milton. I want to make sure we get that through. Get some WNBA action out here. What are you most excited for this weekend here with the Cognizant Classic back?
Well, number one, we have, I think, 16 of the top 50 golfers playing here.
Yep.
That's a big thing, you know. I mean, obviously you have some others, but it's good for us at this particular part of the tour to have that level of quality of players is great. Number two, the new branding that the PGA Tour has given to this tournament is great. I think it's working. Most likely we'll have breaking record attendance throughout the 4 days. And not only that, the amount of visitors, and very important for our goal is to expose the brand, to expose the destination through millions of viewers that we'll have over the next 4 days, primarily on the big networks on Saturday and Sunday. So it's a big win-win for us.
And every time they announce that name, the Cognizant Classic, in the Palm Beaches. People know where to find it.
That's part of the contract deal.
They know where to find it.
It's not the Masters at Augusta National.
No. That's what I was telling you at the beginning.
Yeah.
Very few.
I got a question for you, because I see what USA Today's got cooking up right here in their 10 Best Readers column. Their 10 Best Readers Choice 2025. Palm Beach County, we got nominated as the best golf destination. Where do you stand on that? Should we be in that top 10 list? Where do we stand?
No, absolutely. And hopefully with this tournament happening this weekend, we'll be able to really push a lot of boats to this particular newspaper, USA Today, and get this nomination, which again, I mean, a couple of weeks ago, one of the largest online travel agencies named West Palm Beach one of the top trending destinations in the nation.
Yeah.
So follow that with something like this will be perfect, by the way. So
it's a lot of motion.
Yeah, there is a website. I think people can go to
vote.
To vote.
I got it right here. 10best.usatoday.com. It's 10 numerical. 10best.usatoday.com. If you feel the same vibes that we feel in here and think that Palm Beach County is a number one or at least top 10 destination, vote for it right there on USA Today. Again, 10best.usatoday.com. Voting is now through March 24th, so you got some time.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I have a question. You mentioned before more than 60 of the ranked golfers, past and present, live right here in Palm Beach County. What do you think contributes to that?
Well, not only how beautiful we are, they found here, 145 golf courses, so they can go everywhere.
Come on.
Not only this one here that we're at PGA National, but again, the cities, they live in Jupiter, they live in Palm Beach, they live in Boca, beautiful places. They found the balance between the sports, the excitement, the travel, going here, going there, and then come home, and be in this beautiful place. And now that we have this tournament, even better. But it's a testament, Chris, to how important golf is, because if you are a golfer at that level, you don't want to move to a place where golf is unknown, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, you want your space and you want that bubble, but you want to be in a place that golf is close to you.
Mm-hmm.
So, and I think that's the balance they have found. The beautiful places that we have, the beautiful communities, but also being so close to the sport.
Yeah, and that stuff pours, it builds off of each other. Like I talked to Mark Kalkavelkia the other day, British Open winner in '89. He talked about as a kid growing up in West Palm Beach, getting mentored by Jack Nicklaus, who lived in the area.
Absolutely.
And then you got guys like Tiger Woods, who his son Charlie is out here playing golf, and those minds, those great minds being around each other, helping sharpen the youth of the county as well. It's going to keep on going and going.
I will say the Netflix show Full Swing follows these pro golfers, and like 85% of the show takes place in Jupiter.
Yes,
just following these guys. Yeah, Brooks Koepka on his front lawn.
It's a big
awesome.
golf town, yes.
Yeah, I got to love that. Milton, I appreciate you. I know you got a busy Thursday as we wrap up round one, but busy weekend in general, so I appreciate you taking out time
Thank
to
you
kick
for the
it with us
opportunity,
here.
Theo. Thank you so much.
Love everything you got going except for that shirt, except for that Florida State shirt, Milton.
I'm going to go and change and get one from the tournament.
My God, thank you again. That is
Bye-bye.
Milton Segura, CEO and president of Discover the Palm Beaches, pulling up with us here on Theoretically Speaking. And that's how we kick it in the happy hour. All good vibes. And we got to go, before we go to break, CCAT, can we get a Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches leaderboard update?
I tell you what, I would be delighted to. It's time to update the masses. The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beach leaderboard updates brought to you by Kaiser University, The Breakers Palm Beach, Pain Care Florida, Hop Stroke,
hello,
South Florida Ford, vroom, vroom, and Hard Rock Bet, cha-ching. You heard by now, and if you haven't, you're living under a rock. How about a course record at PGA National at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches? Jake Knapp firing a 59. That's right, a 59, just the 14th ever round taking place on the PGA Tour, taking place by Jake Knapp. He's at 12 under, obviously leading the field. Tied for second, couple of big names there. Daniel Berger, he has had a very entertaining day. Lost a ball in a palm tree. Then you have Russell Henley also tied for second at 8 under. They are both 4 shots off the lead. Ricky Fowler, we talked to him yesterday on Theoretically Speaking. He is 5 shots off the lead. At
the Theoretically Speaking bump.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How about some other big names? Jordan Spieth. I was excited to find out he was at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. One of the later entries. Jordan Spieth tied for 9th. He is at 6 under on the day. I saw Billy Horschel's crew walk on by. Billy Horschel, he is right now standing at tied for 14th at 5 under, 7 shots off the league. And while we were talking with President and CEO of Discover the Palm Beaches, Milton Segura, I saw a very awesome grouping. Shane Lowry, Minwoo Lee. They walked directly behind us, so they're still in action, and they're still working their way up the leaderboard. That was your Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches leaderboard update on ESPN 106.3.
Gotta love it, gotta love it. That is where we stand right now as we're getting ready to wrap up Thursday's round one here at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. We're going to go to the break. We're going to properly introduce Tina, Espresso Martina, into the happy hour when we get to the other side. We've got some questions lined up for her, as well as we got to see what the vibes have been like. But before we do, Pop Stroke, Palm Beach, CCAT, Tina, it's open. Did you know that?
I did know that.
Yeah, because we went there a couple of weeks ago, and man, is it nice. Man, is it nice. Pop Stroke is located right next to the Palm Beach International Airport. I mean, it's right in the mix, right over there in the mix. You know exactly where I'm talking about. You can enjoy 36 holes of elevated mini golf, delicious food. And the food was great.
Yeah.
Come on. Oh, those burgers.
Those sliders, they sold like hotcakes.
Yeah, those sliders was going. They were going. The delicious food, great drinks as well. And, of course, there's a new VIP rooftop and a sushi lounge. A sushi, like
my favorite, I can name my top 15 favorite lounges.
Yeah.
Each and every one of them had sushi.
Yes. I mean, a sushi is such a nice touch, especially when you're just getting a couple cocktails, you're about to get some golf in there. You don't want anything heavy? A little sushi action. Sushi lounge. The VIP lounge is a new kind of leisure. It's open Friday through Sunday. Day passes, $100. A cabana pass, $300. That includes golf. And again, they got some great times for you to get out there through the weekend. You got DJs on Fridays and Saturday evenings, so bring a friend or two. Guests can order from a poolside cocktail and food menu available. Guests also have access to the VIP sushi lounge and the private bathrooms, okay? You can purchase a day pass on resortpass.com as well. 21 and over, please. Eat, putt, and drink at Pop Stroke. And if you do it like me, well, CCAT, you can't lie. Do not lie to the good people right here. We're out here. There's an audience. I don't want you lying. How well was I killing them at Pop Stroke when we had the company out?
Yeah, it was a heated battle.
Yeah.
Like, what's great about Pop Stroke is that golf is a very high barrier of entry to actually enjoy when you're playing regular par 72 golf. But playing Pop Stroke golf, anybody can get in the action. So even as someone as unskilled as Theo Dorsey, you're having a great time.
I'm nice when I get up on them greens, man. Something about the lock in, the zone I get into where it's just I'm unstoppable. I'm unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
Like Kobe when he dropped 81 against Toronto. That's CCAT. Tina's right here. The happy hour. We're going to a break here at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. We're pulling up with more fire, and we're on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
At St. Lucie Battery and Tire, batteries came before tires. We've been selling and servicing all types of batteries for over 50 years. So when you need a battery for nearly anything, we have it, as well as the fast, professional installation you need. We carry premium batteries for all your needs: automotive, commercial, marine, RV, and specialty. We also offer delivery and on-site installation, serving our customers quality products for over 50 years in the home of honest, reliable service. Go to slbt.com and book your next appointment.
This is ESPN 106.3, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Find official rules for all your favorite ESPN West Palm contests by visiting ESPNWestPalmContests.com. That's ESPNWestPalmContests.com. You're listening to ESPN 106.3, the ESPN app, and streaming on your smart speaker.
Listen up, team. Recycling is just like football. You can't win if you're out of formation. Yellow bin? That's your quarterback. Give it all the paper. Blue bin? Wide receiver. Feed it all the containers. But no interceptions. Plastic bags and greasy pizza boxes have no place on this field. Now, follow the playbook. Get out there and recycle right. Sponsored by the Solid Waste Authority of Palm Beach County. Let's keep winning for the planet!
Hi, I'm Michael Manzo, owner and founder of Manzo's Italian Deli. And
Stop, Dad. After 20 years, people are tired of hearing your voice.
Yeah, and your lame-ass commercials.
Fresh prosciutto, mozzarella, outstanding.
Oh, please.
There's only one reason Manzo's is voted #1 deli in Palm Beach County for 20 years. Our mother.
She makes sure you prepare everything from scratch using only the freshest ingredients.
Manzo's Italian Deli is located on Palm Beach Lakes Boulevard, right next to Rain Dancers.
Is that a strip club?
No, it's a steakhouse. Manzo's is open weekdays from 8 to 5 and offers free delivery. So stop by or call 697-9411. That's 697-9411.
we also specialize in hot and cold catering for corporate functions and special events.
Just ask anyone who was at my last birthday party.
Tune in for Unsportsmanlike, the only morning show where arguing counts as cardio. Get your heart rate up with ESPN 106.3.
The Club at Lost Lake, a championship Fazio design golf course in Hope Sound. Golf and social memberships are now available with no waiting list and immediate access. The course and club will see over $10 million in capital improvements and is one of the best private club values in the area. Experience the beauty and challenge of this renowned course for yourself. Enjoy year-round access to exclusive amenities and events. Visit clublostlake.com to schedule a visit today. Don't miss out on this incredible course. And please, putt responsibly.
Good Greek moving and storage. Your superhero movers.
The Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, an affiliate of the Palm Beach Health Network, is committed to delivering high-quality care to the communities they serve. Their award-winning physicians and specialists provide a level of expertise that has resulted in regional firsts and outstanding patient outcomes. For a physician referral, call 866-654-2362. To learn more about the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group, visit pbhnphysiciangroup.com, pbhnphysiciangroup.com, to get in touch with the Palm Beach Health Network Physician Group.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
Shout out Joel Perez, baby. We in the house tonight. That's right. We got some Go Chiefs from a couple of fans out here. They say Go Chiefs.
Let's go
That's
Chiefs.
right.
Yeah.
That's how we kick it in the
Kelsey's back.
Cognizant Classic. We got some great Chiefs news for you coming up here, too. Stick around. We got an update on Kelsey's future. First, they say they care a lot.
Wow.
The Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. If you can't tell, what up, what up? If you can't tell, we are in the mix here. We are in the mix at right outside of the 11th hole, and we are just vibing. We are just vibing here. I see some Eagles gear. We're going to ignore the Eagles gear today, and we're going to talk about the Chiefs in a second because we got some Travis Kelce news. Tina is in for the happy hour, and before we get to our cocktail of the day, I got to tell you, ESPN 106.3 is live at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, presented by Kaiser University. Champions are all over the flagship campus of Kaiser University in West Palm Beach. The Kaiser Seahawks have won 22 national titles and are ready for more. Get the latest on Kaiser Seahawk athletics, KUSeahawks.com.
I'm trying to make a K with my hands.
That's
what I'm trying to do there.
Oh.
Hey, K-U.
I don't know. What do they do?
Oh, I thought it was
Kaiser?
for me, maybe.
Oh, for Tina?
For Christina, I don't know.
Yeah. Oh, Christina.
I'm being selfish.
I guess so. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Welcome to the show, Tina.
Thanks.
The happy
So happy to be here. Happy to be out at the Cognizant Classic. I love just every year. I look forward to this.
Yes.
Look forward to us being out here. Beautiful day.
Yep.
Nice to be out of the office.
It's a good vibe.
Excited for the weekend.
We had a little media lunch, and now we're out
we
here
did.
doing a little show action. We have not gotten berated.
You guys saved me. I was sitting
Yeah.
by myself for a little bit,
Yes.
and then you guys both came and sat with me.
We had a nice lunch. We had a
Yes.
good lunch. We had some plantains.
Yes.
Some plantains.
And some dessert.
The cocktail of the day, though, they didn't give us a cocktail. As soon as 4 o'clock hits, I'm getting to the nearest cocktail. And Tina has our cocktail of the day, which is going to be presented by the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Can I get a little Sabrina Carpenter? Can I get a little Sabrina
Espresso,
Carpenter?
top right, somewhere around there.
There it
Yeah.
is. Okay. Cocktail of the day and a happy hour. Tina, what is it? What we got?
My cocktail of the day
Ours.
is
Yeah, it's
ours.
We're all enjoying it.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So we can't drink with you?
No, you can,
Okay.
totally. We can all go get one of these.
Nice.
It is my signature cocktail that I get every year at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. A tequila water, and I bring Mio with me. And that is my cocktail the entire time at the Cognizant Classic.
Give me the ingredients.
It's literally water and tequila. And then some Mio. You spritz in whatever Mio flavor you like. Little drops. You're getting hydrated, a little intoxicated.
Okay. Mio has like electrolytes or something?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, like Crystal Light.
All
kinda?
around. Yeah, like sure, you could do that too.
Yeah.
But my drink every year here is a tequila water.
You kind of have to
And
do that
usually a double.
because of the sun.
Yes.
If you say water, does it give it carbonated water or is it
No,
literally tap water?
H2O.
Yeah.
Water.
Huh.
We
All right.
talked about this earlier on the show. It was a couple weeks ago. You said you don't think water should be part of cocktails.
Yeah, I don't think so.
No, you got to stay hydrated out
So you
here.
have ice for?
Well, you
Well, if
get
you drink it
extra.
before the ice melts.
Yeah.
I don't know.
You just want it to be cold. The ice has to be cold.
Well, the cocktail of the day is brought to you by the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. And, of course, you can get a tequila water here.
Yes.
The Cognizant Classic, if you don't know, now you do know. Austin Eckroat is the defending champion. A $9.2 million purse on the line today, the 2025 edition of the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. It actually marks a new era for South Florida's only PGA Tour event. We got new colors. We got a new vibe when it comes to the hospitality venues and, of course, new food and beverage options. A little tequila water won't hurt you as well. Enjoy a drink at the Bear Trap presented by Dobell Tequila. It overlooks the iconic 17th hole. That's new this year, too.
Oh, I gotta check that out.
Got to go check out the Bear Trap before we get out of here. All-inclusive beer, wine, and non-alcoholic beverages. The course also features different neighborhoods that highlight various food vendors from around the county, right? You'll recognize it. That's a more. Little Moore's, Food Shack, Pig Beach Barbecue.
We know them.
And much, much more. Come on. They're here.
They're here?
They're here.
Ooh.
That's what I like about the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches this year. Hyper-localized, and it's introducing our local brands to the national audience that comes out here every single year to PGA National. It's the start of the tour's Florida Swing and includes 144 of the best golfers in the nation. Ricky Fowler, Daniel Berger, Gary Woodland, Jordan Spieth. Those are just some of the names pulling up today. For the latest on the tournament, follow the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches at Facebook X, or Instagram's social handles, or get your tickets at thecognizantclassic.com.
Min Lee is here too. He's like statistically the best player in TGL.
Come on.
Like he just best drive, best chipping. Dr. Chipinski is what he calls himself. Can chip it into the hole.
Big Min Woo Lee fan over here.
He's great. He's from New Zealand.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And like that's my new second favorite accent. Number one's Australian and New Zealand's close to mine.
Similar though. So
exactly. I like that.
No, you know the best accent in the world is the New Orleans accent.
I just can't understand what they're saying.
So there's two different kinds of New Orleans accents. There's like the Cajun New Orleans accents, which yes, you can't understand what they're saying. It's not smooth. It's not functional. It's very tough. It's very country. And then there's like the more Creole New Orleans accent. Like if you, and this is again, I'm a married man. I'm good. My wife's not from New Orleans. I can say this with confidence because I got a lot of family in New Orleans from the Noya, and I'm from Houston. We used to go out there a lot. Until you've been gamed up by a New Orleans woman in that accent, you haven't felt motion. You haven't felt motion. There's something smooth and silky about it. Do you even know what I'm talking about?
No, I've never been gamed up by a New Orleans woman. Has not happened to me.
Hasn't happened to you.
It was only men when I
No,
went.
not me.
New Orleans men have a strong accent as well, but I think it's specifically a New Orleans woman's accent could get you to literally empty your bank account. I've seen it happen to people. That's why Bourbon Street is so dangerous. That's why the French Quarter can get you.
Yeah, that pickpocketing.
That's what I thought.
Not the pickpocketing. They don't even have to. They'll talk you out of your money. I'm telling you.
Wow. I've never been. I'll have to go.
Have you seen that movie with Will Smith and Margot Robbie?
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Focus.
Focus.
It's a great movie.
Yes, it takes place, a lot of it, in New Orleans.
Yes, it's a great movie. Now, that's different. They're pickpocketing people, but I'm telling you, New Orleans women have an accent and a smoothness and a voice and the kind of motion and aura that can pickpocket you just by hollering at you, just by chatting you up. Just telling y'all. That's free game. So steer clear.
Okay. Yeah.
Steer clear. That's why I said, I don't know if y'all saw, during the Super Bowl, there was the CBS Philly station that had my homegirl, Alex Holly. She does a morning show with this other dude, the older white guy. Did you see the little skits they were doing where he was coming back from the bar acting like all drunk?
No, I missed those.
It went viral. It was funny, whatever. But I told you, I said, hey, y'all going to lose them in the New Orleans streets. You keep letting them play around at them bars late night, early morning.
Tina, have you been to New Orleans before?
I have not.
Yeah. It's a good vibe.
I'd like to go.
It's a good vibe.
Not on the top of my list, but I'd like to go.
It's a good vibe.
It's a good weekend city.
It's a weekend city. You got great food, underrated food place, probably one of my favorite food places in America.
Yeah, it's properly rated. I think people know it's got good food.
Yeah, but they don't talk about it enough. And people don't go to it for that. A lot of people go to New Orleans to go get drunk on Bourbon Street.
Yeah.
Or to go act a fool in the French Quarter in general. But the food should be the priority, and then you do that afterwards.
Fair enough.
The priority here is the Cognizant Classic and the Palm Beaches because that's what we're doing. We're kicking it here all the way through the weekend, Thursday through Sunday. And a lot of our coverage here is brought to you by Kaiser University. And I want to talk to you specifically about the Kaiser University's Golf Coaching Center, right? Like these PGA pros, they had to train. They had to learn it at some point. And there's so many ways to improve your game fast at the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center. They have the facilities, the tools, and the coaches that you need. Enjoy the best facilities in the area with outdoor facilities, including an expansive chipping and putting area, practice bunkers, a huge putting green, and full swing practice area. Plus, the Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center has a center that has 2,000 square feet. It's all indoors, 3 hitting bays, a private classroom, and cutting-edge video and ball flight technology. This stuff gets you to train like a pro. The Kaiser University Golf Coaching Center, it's in the heart of Palm Beach County, off of I-95 and the Turnpike. Find out more at KaiserGolfCenter.com. All right, are y'all finally ready for some Travis Kelce news?
Yes.
This is straight from the horse's mouth. What's up?
I have something about him.
About Travis Kelce? Do you want me to drop the news first, or is this like
You can
urgent?
drop the news
Okay, I'll
first.
drop the news. Everybody's wondering.
Bum, bum, bum.
Is Travis Kelce going to come back next year? Does he still have it in him? Patrick Mahomes is having a hair makeover. The Chiefs are still licking their wounds from Super Bowl 59. Here's the official word, and this is off of ESPN right here. Travis Kelce plans to play in the 2025 season. Pat McAfee confirmed it with the Kansas City Chiefs star tight end. Well, how did he confirm it? McAfee apparently read a text that Kelce sent him on the Pat McAfee show earlier on. It reads, "I'm coming back for sure. Gonna try to get in the best shape I've been this offseason and get back on the mountaintop. Got a real bad taste in my mouth with how I played in that last game and how I got the guys ready for battle. I can't go out like that." It's Travis Kelce saying that 39 yards on 4 catches in a 40-22 loss not the way to end a career.
2 big drops, too.
Missed blocks, getting off the line late. It was horrendous, Tina.
Apparently, there's also stories that he was ill, like he was battling an illness in that Super Bowl as well. The New Orleans flu, apparently.
It's PR.
Yeah, I think he was partying too hard.
I saw that about the Eagles as well, though, so no excuse.
Yeah, they were really good, though.
Yeah.
You
No,
can
I
do
know,
that.
but I'm saying before the game, it was like, oh, Eagles players are battling the flu. So just
no
like,
excuse,
shush.
Travis.
Yeah, no
Sorry,
excuse.
Travis.
Yeah. Travis, you do have to come back after that. Now, as a Chiefs fan, I didn't necessarily want him to. I mean, he would free up a lot of space if he did retire in the cap room, against the salary cap. I wonder if the cap going up today, $23 million, helps with that. You can restructure Mahomes' contract and whatnot. But I think that if Kelce comes back, it will be his age 36 season. That has to be the last dance. And he does need to get into the best shape of his life because the past couple of years he's looked like the second best tight end, not in the division, but on his own team. Noah Gray has been more explosive than him, so I need more.
Yeah, it's like the Cars meme, right? When they had that slick black car on the racetrack from movie Cars past Lightning McQueen. Like, Lightning McQueen is the red car.
I thought it was a blue car.
No, it's black.
It's black?
New sports car, yeah. And the black car was in black. Raiders Brock Bowers, of course.
Oh,
just passing him by.
Yeah, in your own division.
The future's now, old man. Travis Kelce, go retire with your pop star.
What's little homie's name in Cars?
Lightning McQueen is the name.
I know Lightning McQueen. The name of the dude that got him, his name was like Sport.
Well, if I knew it, I would have said it when I was doing the analogy.
We only know Lightning McQueen.
So what's your Travis Kelce take, Tina?
So I, earlier this week, saw on Instagram, I don't know it word for word, but it made me cringe, something he said. I've been a fan of Travis and Taylor since the beginning. I've been saying since the beginning that this isn't fake. I'm all for this. I want them to be happy. He said earlier this week or at some point, like recently, how he listens to her music when like he's feeling down and that her music is just perfect for everything. And I'm like, okay, now I'm cringing. Now I just feel like you're like throwing her into everything. And I'm like, you don't need to do that. Like, I'm not a Swiftie. I'm a Taylor Swift fan. She's amazing. Like, I watched her concert on, I think it was Disney Plus or something. Like, I am a huge fan of her and she's amazing and incredible, but you don't need to keep throwing your girlfriend in there and whatnot. And I'm like, I don't really believe you. Like, now I'm just cringing, and you're just saying things.
He overdoes it.
So Travis Kelce was at his bachelor pad, like laying on his bed, like face down, like heels kicked up, listening to Love Story by Taylor Swift because he had a bad game.
I guess so. That's what he said. He said her music is like, again, this isn't word for word, like her music can fit to any mood that you have.
Oh, shut up.
And he was down in the dumps, and Taylor Swift can fix him all up, and it all makes sense. And I was just like, okay, now this is too much for me, and you're making me cringe.
Chick Hicks.
That's the name?
Chick Hicks was the dude that was in the black, but then there was the little guy, the little squirt. His name was Jackson Storm. Jackson Storm in Cars.
I think Jackson Storm was the black car. Chick Hicks was the old school racer, and the blue car you were thinking was the love interest of Lightning McQueen.
No,
You've got this all messed up, dude. You have no idea about the movie Cars.
No, it wasn't. I'm talking about the little blue guy.
You mean the pit crew? Are you talking about the pit crew?
This dude right here.
Oh, that guy. Yeah, he's mean.
Yeah, this guy.
We're looking at him on your computer.
I forgot. There was a person that looked up to Lightning McQueen, and then he started beating him.
Mm-hmm.
No, am I making this up?
I don't know. I saw the third Cars movie in movie theaters with my summer camp counseling group. And I
thought he was about to say my summer fling, and I was like, are you sure you want to say that on the radio right now?
Yeah.
You have a girlfriend. You've been with her for a while.
No, the third grade class at Chester Community Summer Camp, and they were awful. I hated them all.
Oh, my goodness.
So it somehow got worse.
Why do I feel like you hated being like a counselor? Like, were you forced?
Right. I told this story on Russo and Rizzo,
Okay.
the first week we met these guys.
Yeah.
And, I verbally berated these children because they were so insubordinate. Their parents clearly didn't love them because they dropped them off at this community high school camp. And I let them know about that. I cursed at them. I slapped the ball out of their hands. They were bad people.
Why did you do this?
The ball
Why
out
did
of
you
their
decide to be a camp counselor? I loved summer camp growing up as a kid.
Because I heard about these great stories from my friends who were doing this job the summer before and the summer before that. I was working at the go-kart track. The grass is always greener on the other side. So I said, why don't I work with my friends this summer?
Yeah.
They got the grades that they had the year before. Good kids. I had the worst collection of gremlins mankind has ever known.
Wow.
Third grade in Chester, New York.
Wow. And those kids are now probably like, what, in high school, college?
Mm-hmm.
They're probably out here shaping the future of America?
You ever see the movie Drill Bit Taylor?
Yeah.
Drobit Taylor where Owen
So
Wilson.
you were that guy?
No. What I was saying was there's a turning point in that game where Drobit Taylor is Owen Wilson plays a homeless guy, and he's hard on his luck.
Oh.
He's taking showers outside at the beach and stuff. He's really homeless.
Yeah.
And he answers an ad on like Craigslist where these two high school kids whose parents have a lot of money for bodyguards, and he becomes their bodyguard in high school. And he turns a corner, and at the climax of the movie, he turns out, oh wait, you're 18, you're not a minor anymore, and he punches the guy in the face because he's allowed to do that. So those third graders might be close to 18 years old. So now it can't be just verbal.
Was this your roundabout way of saying you're going to track them down on Facebook and make sure that they're old enough for you to punch them in the face?
There's going to be like a reunion for this summer camp, and CCAT's definitely RSVPing yes.
They know where we stand. Like they know not to come to Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. They know what will happen.
Well, maybe this should be the last call for CCAT as we do the last call here on Theoretically Speaking, because one more and you might go over the edge. You might actually start searching them up by name.
Alex?
Tina's pulling up now for the last call, as we always do in the happy hour. Some parting words, and usually they come with fill in the blank.
Yes, this is fill in the blank. 2 words for y'all. Arnold Palmer said this. You could also get an Arnold Palmer at Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, maybe spiked or not. The road to success is always
paved rough.
No.
How many words was it? 2?
The road to success is always paved.
Difficult, I think.
No.
Difficult.
Road less traveled.
No, I said 2 words.
A rocky road.
No. You're close.
Road to success is always...
Well, yeah, that's right.
Troublesome.
It's always difficult.
No.
Difficult.
Always, is that one of the 2 words?
No, I said always.
Okay.
It's always
the road
blank,
to
blank.
success is always, and Arnold Palmer said this.
Yes.
How many times did he say it?
Google doesn't tell me that.
Were there witnesses? Did he actually say this?
I have no idea.
Is he getting credited for this like I get credited for the low 5?
No.
The road to success, I'll tell you what, Tina. The road to success, my name's Arnold Palmer. It is always
paved difficultly.
No.
It is
You're
always
close.
less traveled.
No.
All right, it is always paved.
No, it's not paved.
Okay. Always Palm Beaches.
It's always really difficult.
It always tea lemonade.
No.
Rocky. It's tea lemonade.
No.
It always Arizona drinks.
No.
$1.
Do you want me to give you one word?
Okay, give me one word.
Under.
Appreciated.
No.
Under traveled.
No.
Underutilized.
No.
The road to success is always
under researched.
Under construction.
Yes.
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about,
to
man.
vault your chair.
Sorry about that. Shout out Arnold Palmer. Now I said it next. Theo Dorsey says that the road to success always underappreciated. That brought to you by F45. The last call brought to you by F45. And Tina, you know all about F45.
Yes, and the road to success, if you want some muscles or, to just get in shape, get fit, is F45. F45 Palm Beach Gardens, F45 West Palm Beach. 45-minute classes. You're in, you're out, you break a sweat. You don't have to think about it. You just walk in. There's an exercise for you. Maybe it's a strength day. Maybe it's a cardio day. Maybe it's a hybrid day. A little bit of both. F45 West Palm Beach, F45 Palm Beach Gardens. Check out their Instagram pages to see the specials that they've got going on, or go to F45training.com to find a location near you.
More Theoretically Speaking, more happy hour on the other side with Theoretically Speaking on ESPN 106.3.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios. Anajar and Levine Accident Attorneys. Call 1-800-747-FREE. This is ESPN 106.3.
Cruise the campus, explore the circuit, experience F1 in Miami like never before. Your general admission ticket to the 2025 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix is here. Immerse yourself in the action with unparalleled access to different campus zones. Enjoy thrilling activities, live entertainment, and endless food and beverage options while witnessing the race, all for less than $150 per day. Visit F1MiamiGP.com to secure your spot at the 2025 Formula One Crypto.com Miami Grand Prix, the race that's an experience.
Hi, this is Scott Smith of Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, Florida Injury Lawyers. I have said it many times before, and I will continue to say it for many years to come. There is never a good time for a car accident to occur, and most certainly never ever a good time to suffer injuries in any type of an accident. The accident and its overall aftermath will usually cause pain, difficulty, and stress. Florida law allows accident victims to recover compensation for such losses injuries and damages. But such recovery is often not obtained easily and can require a lengthy fight with an insurance company. If you've been injured in an accident, call us now. Don't delay. The initial consultation is completely free of charge. The sooner you call us, the sooner we can put our experienced legal team to work for you. Don't hesitate or pause for another minute. Our experience, knowledge, and resources could be working for you just minutes after the call. If you've been injured, the lawyers at Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather will help. Call us at 500-HELP, 500-HELP. With Smith, Ball, Baez, and Prather, help is just a phone call away. Offices Palm Beach Gardens, Boca Raton, and Port St. Lucie.
Let's be honest. If your performance in the bedroom feels more like, uh-oh, than whoa, you're not alone. But don't worry, we've got just the thing for you. Hexus MD's new Performance Blend. No awkward doctor visits, no prescriptions or crazy side effects, just a powerful, easy-to-use pill that gets you back in the game. Hexus MD's new Performance Blend works in just 15 minutes, and it's stronger than the competition. Use discount code ESPN50 for 50% off your first order. Don't wait. Visit HEXISMD.com.
Hey golf fans, Colin Russo here. Looking to improve your game? Flagstick Golf Performance, the ultimate indoor golf experience, is now open in Boynton Beach. With 3 indoor simulators and a state-of-the-art putting studio, Flagstick helps players at all levels up their game. Get lessons from experts, try the latest clubs, or just come up for a round in the simulators. You can track your stats and see real improvement. Flagstick is where serious golfers and beginners find their edge. Bring your friends or family and enjoy golf like never before. Visit flagstickgolfperformance.com to book your session.
Live from the Anajar and Levine Accident Attorney Studios, Theo Dorsey is theoretically speaking. Streaming live on YouTube, here's Theo Dorsey.
ESPN 106.3 is live at the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches, which is presented by Kaiser University. Champions are all over the flagship campus of Kaiser University in West Palm Beach. The Kaiser Seahawks have won 22 national championships and are ready for more. Get the latest on Kaiser Seahawk athletics at KUSeahawks.com.
Cognizant Classic in Palm Beach leaderboard update brought to you by Kaiser University. The Breakers Palm Beach, Pain Care Florida, Pop Stroke, South Florida Ford, Vroom Vroom, Hard Rock Bet, Ka-ching. It's nap time in a good way at PGA National. Jake Knapp, course record 59, 12 under on the day. He is head and shoulders above the field at PGA National Resort and Spa. Daniel Berger, Dwyer alum. You know that school. We all know that school. Daniel Berger had an adventurous day. Yeah. And that adventurous day landed him in a tie for seconds at 8 under, 4 strokes off the lead with Russell Henley. You might have heard of him. He's also at 8 under on the day. Ricky Fowler, he is 5 shots off the lead at 7 under, tied for 5th. How about a big name, Brian Harmon? Hey, Brian Harmon is tied for 9th at 6 under on the day, alongside Jordan Spieth, among many others. That was your Kaiser Classic in the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beach leaderboard updates here on ESPN 106.3.
Gotta love it, gotta love it. Yes, I got to love it. We are right outside of the 11th tee here. Nobody on right up here teeing up, so we're good. We're good to talk. No quiet signs, so we're in the clear. Tina is still here on the happy hour. C-Cat, we're right back at it, man, and we're vibing. We're vibing into what's going to be Russo and Rizzo next. Are they taking over after us?
No, we actually got 2 new hosts.
Two new hosts.
Wow.
Wow, it's a debut.
Why did you propose that as a question?
I don't want to assume anything.
Yeah, Russo and Rizzo will be on live from 4 to 6.
Also, for our fans out there, they might not know what that is. I was trying to tee you up to give a little preview of what you might get a taste of on Russo and Rizzo.
I don't have the bio of both those guys in front of me right now. All I know is that
they talk loud.
Mike Rizzo has 7 towels, and he washes each and every one of them after 2 uses. In the morning, at night, then he washes it. What's the point of having a towel per day, but also watching each and every one of those towels the day you use them?
Oh, because you might as well just use one towel.
Yes.
And just keep washing it every day.
Yes.
I don't know.
You
maybe
can do
you
one of
need a
those
backup.
things. You don't need to do both of those things.
It's a little bit of a waste, but hey, Mike's.
I would love to know his water bill.
Not the most pragmatic.
Electricity bill, yeah.
A little wasteful.
He's killing the turtles.
Single guy. Single guy move right there. Is joint pain affecting your quality of life? At Baptist Health Orthopedic Care, our team is experienced in traditional joint replacement surgery as well as new, less invasive treatments with the goal of returning you to what you love as quickly as possible. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care combines its resources of experienced physicians and leading-edge treatments and technology to provide advanced orthopedic, foot and ankle, joint replacement, spine, and sports medicine care. Visit baptisthealth.net/ortho for more information today. Baptist Health Orthopedic Care's offices are conveniently located in Palm Beach County through the Florida Keys. Learn more by visiting baptisthealth.net/ortho. What a fun day. Can't wait to kick it again tomorrow, so make sure you pull up to the Cognizant Classic in the Palm Beaches. Go in love, go in peace, go in joy. Russo and Rizzo next on ESPN 106.3.
Ready to take on any terrain? The all-new 2025 Defender 110 P300S is here. Built for those who crave adventure without compromising on luxury. Lease the powerful 2025 Defender 110 P300S.